overview of all of the main pages that we have in our Soapbox headquarters. So first off, we have tasks. This is where you're going to live a lot of the time. This is a lot of what you're going to be looking at and using is the task page here. So again, we've got a couple things right here. We have these quick views where you can see just your tasks or just the approvals. Most of the time you're going to just be looking at the main task page. The first tab here, this filters it by my tasks already. So you can see really quickly, these are all the things that I've been assigned to. You can see the deadlines, the different statuses, the project it's tied to, and who all is assigned to those projects. Down here, again, this is labeled events, so these are any meetings that are scheduled. This is going to filter so you're just seeing those different meetings. So if there's a video shoot, if there's a leadership meeting, if there's an agency meeting, you'll see all of those here. And these are going to be populated with the agendas. So everyone can jump in and look at those agendas ahead of time. So those are the things that you're going to see here. We have a couple different tabs. If you just want to see everything the agency is working on, you can go to all assignments. It gets a little overwhelming and messy. So we have a couple other filtered views. This one, you can see it sorted by department. So if you just want to look at the copy department, you can see these are all the things assigned to the copy department, and they're sorted by date, which is super helpful. And you can see anything else on here. Like these are the files attached. These are all the other departments assigned to it. Over here, you can see it by status. So we can see these are the things that we have the task for, but they aren't started yet. They're not active yet. This is everything that's in progress right now. Everything that's under approvals right now. And notice we have tabs for each of the different stages of approval. So you can have a quick understanding of everything that's in the works and the status that it's in. If you go to timeline, it shows you all of these tasks charted across this calendar in kind of this linear view. So you can see everything that's running at any given time and kind of how they all stack up. Again, this can get a little bit messy as you're looking at all of it. And then this calendar view is kind of similar, but it's a more traditional week by week calendar view. This last one right here shows anything that's past due. Anything where the due date has already passed and it isn't completed. So we have a handful of assignments that are still in the approval stage that are a little past due. So this is, if you're ever not sure if you've passed your deadline, this is a place to go and see anything that has missed its deadline. Coming back here, something that's really helpful are these filters. If you're looking at this and you're getting really overwhelmed, you can come up here and you can filter it. You can add a new filter or play around with this existing filter. You never want to save it though. So let's say I want to see, maybe I just want to see all projects that are assigned to Jacob. All of a sudden, that's a lot less overwhelming and I can see everything assigned to Jacob. Again, this task view for you, the hope here is that that simplifies a lot for you because here you're only seeing it filtered this way or that way. Don't go in and change the view. It's locked, so you can't just go in and make this a different type of chart. However, you can come over to My Tasks right here, and here you can see those different views. You can see this card table view or this week view of all of the tasks assigned to just you. So where you can see everything, if it's already been completed or if it's still in the works, you can see everything here, whereas this is just a filtered view of everything that's upcoming. The other nice piece here too is you can see these are the projects that I'm assigned to. These are the meetings that I'm assigned to. So this is a less overwhelming view if looking at everything together gets a little bit overwhelming. If we jump over the approvals page, we can click on it right here. It's also linked right here to make it really easy to find. Here, first off, we have some of these basic instructions. So you as a creative, this is what you should keep in mind when it comes to your approvals. And then everyone who's reviewing, so the department heads and the faculty, the creative director, these are the notes for them to follow as they're going through. So here we can see everything that's in that lead approval stage, everything that's in that creative director stage, everything in that faculty stage, so that if I'm a faculty mentor, I can jump right in and click on this and I can see I'm in the design department. There's nothing new for me here. Perfect. Oh, I'm in the research department. There's something ready for me to review. I can look at it right here. And then client approval. This is, at this point, these are things where faculty have signed off and said, yep, we can send it to client. And then the account managers are the ones who take it to the client at that point. So that's the approvals page. It's pretty straightforward. Now in the projects page, we've got a couple different things going on here. We have these different tabs filtering it by status. So all of our active projects are here, and you'll notice they're broken down by team. Each of our different teams, led by a different account manager, that's essentially how it's broken out, is which account manager is it tied to, and then who are the people that work with them the most. Those are the teams that we have set up. So we can see this group has 2, this group has 2, this group has 5, but some of them are smaller or interrelated. And then Soapbox Operations, that's always going to be at the top, and you'll notice right here we have Soapy Central, and then our example project, and then Notion updates. These are those administrative things that are internal only, but they're still structured as a project to make it really easy to navigate. Here we've got projects that are in pitch phase as opposed to projects that we're actively working on. So these are people we're talking with but haven't signed a contract with yet. This is where any completed projects, anyone that we've signed off and finished, we're going to find them right here. And then if we just want to see a snapshot of every project we've ever done, we can find that right here, and we can see a little bit more information like the project number and the client and what semester we did it in. If we jump over to clients, we've got a couple different pages here. First off, we have a directory that shows all of their contact information and other notes of what we want to know about them, like where do we normally meet with them, and have they signed a contract, and what's the preferred method of communication. So that's awfully helpful. If you ever get turned around, you can always use the navigation up here. But if we jump back over to clients, then we can see, again, here's a database of all of our signed contracts right now. Here's a database of all of the briefs that we have. We have creative briefs, technical briefs, and then these discovery guides. So we can see all of them together, or we can see them filtered by just the creative briefs, just the technical brief, just the project discovery guides. And when you go into an individual project, you'll see all of those grouped together. The last piece here are the proposals. So the people that we're in talks with right now, we can link to, these are the different files that we have. This is the status of that. Here's the client that we're talking with. This is where we're going to see all of those proposals and pitches put together. Under library, right here, we've got helpful resources for you under guides. This is where we have any presentations that we give in class or at work meetings. We're going to try to keep a database of all the different presentations we use here. That way we can turn to them as a resource. Guides on how to use the different programs we have, and then guides on our roles. These are going to be more fleshed out in the days and weeks to come. But this is, in a nutshell, this is where you go if you're looking for information on how to do your job better. Over here, we have different templates that we use. So here's our contract template. We're always going to use the same template for our contracts. Talent release forms, we're always going to use the same one. Any other templates that we're going to be regularly reusing for different things. Again, a lot of these are operational or internal, but this way we can always go here and know this is where that template is. Last, we have our document database. This is, I'm going to get it fleshed out as we keep building things, but these are linked to the different projects again. So if you want to go through all the files Soapbox has ever had, you can find them in here. It's usually going to be better to go through the project to find those. And then the last page we have, the last section here, is teams. Again, we're not going to touch these much. They're pretty straightforward. It's literally just, this is the name of the team, and then these are all of the projects that they're assigned. Again, as we move into future semesters, all the retired teams, the team names and groups that we aren't using anymore as we hire new people, they'll live here. That way we still have that record and we're not deleting anything. But that way we can easily move forward each semester and we can see these are the current teams that we're working with. So that's a pretty high level overview of all the different areas of our Soapbox headquarters. In other videos, we'll dive in more deep into the projects and the tasks and how they're structured and how to create new pieces.